Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Well, folks, it looks like the penny has finally dropped for Ed Miliband. He's starting to make a slow U-turn on oil and gas. Maybe someone took a moment out of their busy day to sit him down and explain just how critical oil and gas are to, well, pretty much everything. Or maybe he's just noticed the rise of reform and realized his hardcore green agenda might leave him out of a job. Yeah, that's probably it. So, Ed's starting to backtrack, water things down, and quietly shift his entire stance on oil and gas. Here's the deal. Even if you power the whole world with solar, wind, and every renewable under the sun, you're still gonna need to drill just as much oil. Why? Because oil isn't just fuel, it's everything. Literally everything. Some folks seem to think oil is just for gas pumps. Nope. Only a small fraction of oil goes to fuel. In fact, petrol is basically a waste product. They had to invent the petrol engine just to figure out what to do with all the leftover gasoline. That's how little the oil industry cares about petrol. And still, nobody's telling me what they're gonna do with all that extra petrol piling up. Maybe we should ask Ed. Oh, wait. He's still figuring out how to eat a bacon sandwich properly, so I wouldn't hold my breath. But he is softening his stance. Word is, he's looking to ease up on the manifesto pledge that swore off new oil and gas licenses. They said no new licenses, period. Now, well, they're saying, okay, maybe some licenses. Why the change? The oil industry probably sat him down and said, Ed, you realize you're in deep trouble if you keep this up, right? I don't think he got it before. And I'm not just taking a cheap shot here. It's not about him being clueless, though some might argue that. It's that a lot of people don't realize what the oil industry actually does. It's not just fuel. It's lubricants, chemicals, plastics, nylons. My glasses, my t-shirt, my watch, your computer. All that stuff has oil in it. Medications, fertilizers, you name it, oil's in the mix. I think someone finally spelled it out for him, and the penny dropped. He's been told in no uncertain terms, you can't just shut this down. Now, on this licensing issue, he's all like, well, we're not gonna issue new ones. And the Greens and the SNP were cheering, yay. But now that he's reversing course, they're probably gonna flip out, because it seems like they don't get what oil's really about either. Here's the reality. We've got maybe 100 years of oil left, thousands of years of coal, and plenty of gas to go around. And Ed wants to hit the brakes on it all to save the world. Look, you're not saving the world by shutting down oil. You know what might change things? The next few decades, when global population dynamics shift, some regions are seeing declining birth rates, and that's gonna have a bigger impact than any green policy. I won't dive into the details here. Do your own research if you're curious. So that's where we're at. It's waking up. But is it too late? Let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.